Hi everybody, we are back with psychopathfree.blogspot.com, and today I will briefly address an email we received about the clinical diagnosis of narcissistic personality disorder. Now, let me start with Veronica Pamukaglian wrote an informative and educational article regarding narcissism in high-functioning individuals called Big Ego or Severe Disorder, and it was published in Psychology and Psychiatry. If you get an opportunity to read it, you really should. It's a great article. So according to this diagnostic manual, narcissistic personality disorder is present when at least 5 of the following criteria are met. So I'm going to read them. First one is has a grandiose sense of self-importance, such as exaggerates achievements and talents, expects to be recognized as superior without commensurate achievements. Number 2 is preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. 3, believes that he or she is special and unique and can only be understood by or should associate with other special or high-status people. 4, requires excessive admiration. 5, has a sense of entitlement. Examples, unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliance with his or her expectations. 6, is interpersonally exploitive, therefore takes advantage of others to achieve his or her own ends. 7, lacks empathy, is unwilling to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others. Next is often is envious of others or believes that others are envious of him or her. And finally, shows arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. So although I'm sure we can think of at least a handful of people we know who seem to meet many of these criteria, it doesn't mean that they are suffering from pathological narcissistic personality disorder, though some of them might be, and they might remain undiagnosed due to the fact that the line between pathological and healthy narcissism is an extremely blurry one. So here are some examples of signs to look for. The narcissist never says please or thank you, even when you treat them to a nice dining experience. Thank you is not in their vocabulary. They feel entitled to anything and everything you have, including things like raiding the refrigerator without any regard for even the children in the home if there are any. They're offended when you ask someone else a question or ask someone else's opinion in front of them because they're all-knowing. You should be asking them. Once they have a few dollars saved up, they become empowered to commit psychological or emotional warfare upon family members, friends, or lovers by way of invoking the common silent treatment and/or the disappearing act. So look for the pathological lies, because they will even lie about their true intentions, goals, and reasons as to why they excuse or rationalize their abusive behaviors. So look for the signs that they may even be uncomfortable around children, avoiding even the simple diaper change or avoiding bathing a child that needs to be bathed. So a paranoid malignant narcissist will even speak of revolutions, government takeovers, conspiracy, racism, rape, child abuse, and make off-the-wall statements that may be considered immoral or unethical to the rest of us. Now, Dr. Sam Vaknin is one of the world's most leading authorities on narcissistic personality disorder, and you can find some of his work on psychopathfree.blogspot.com. Dr. Sam Vaknin explains that some narcissists are also sadists or sexual paraphiliacs and are involved in serial and mass murders, killing sprees, and school shootings. So pathological narcissism is a spectrum of disorders. People suffering from the full-blown, all-pervasive personality distorting mental health disorder known as the narcissistic personality disorder are indeed more prone to violence than others. So narcissists are devoid of empathy. They are remorseless, ruthless, relentless in their pursuit of their goals. And the narcissist's goals are 2 things: the narcissistic supply or the avoidance of narcissistic injury. Narcissists often use verbal and psychological abuse and violence against those closest to them. Many narcissists are also paranoid and vindictive. They aim to punish by tormenting and destroy the source of their frustration and pain. Narcissists live in a constant state of rage, repressed, aggressive. They have envy and hatred. They're constantly in that state. They firmly believe that everyone is like them, and as a result, they are paranoid, suspicious, scared, and erratic. Common traits among the narcissist are they promptly disengage, give up everything that they were fighting for and give up. Hiding personal facts. The narcissist has a very vivid imagination and allows their paranoia to do the rest. The narcissist may have been involved in tax evasion, malpractice, child abuse, infidelity, and avoids paying child support or spousal support. The narcissist crumbles, disengages, and disappears, and lowers their profile thoroughly in the hope of avoiding reality, avoiding hurt and pain. Most narcissists have been known to disown and abandon a whole pathological narcissistic space. They will, oh my gosh, leave town, change a job, desert a field of professional interest, and avoid family, friends, and acquaintances. And this is done only to secure relief from the unrelenting pressure exerted on them by their victims. And it's bizarre because most of the drama takes place in the paranoid mind of the narcissist. Their imagination runs wild. They find themselves snarled by these horrifying scenarios pursued by the vilest certainties. Now, Dr. Vaknin describes them as a little child in the dark, generating the very monsters that paralyze them with fear. So under the influence of narcissistic supply, the narcissist is unable to tell when he is being manipulated. He's blind, dumb, and deaf to all but the sweet sound, the sweet song of the narcissistic supply sirens. So in closing, malignant narcissists are the most dangerous predators on the planet. They are empty. They're completely empty of empathy, sympathy. Their wiring is such that they are not capable of love, faithfulness, bonding, and loyalty, or even just the simple caring. They are manipulators, pathological liars, slanderers, sociopaths, and when combined with paranoia, these predators are even more dangerous. They do not and cannot truly bond to anyone, not family, friends, relatives, spouses, not even their own flesh and blood babies. They are only in search of their next narcissistic supply and will hurt anyone to prevent narcissistic injury. So I have an example. Recently I asked, why did you stop seeing your baby? And this is not the first time I'd asked this question. I've asked it several times. And so this time he replied with, it was boring and he was just 2 years old. What was I supposed to do with a 2-year-old? So, to me that's a little strange. So if you visit our site, psychopathfree.blogspot.com, you will read that earlier his reason was that the female divorce judge, the female mediator, and ex-wife refused him visitation with his own son because he was behind on child support payments. Then he added that his father was also to blame because he did not pay for a lawyer. Look, clearly there is something wrong if you or someone you know is involved with a malignant narcissist, pathological liar, paranoid sociopath. So if you are a victim or an enabler, please get help today. Suicide is not uncommon among the victims of malignant narcissists. You can save a life, and that life may be your own. Follow us at psychopathfree.blogspot.com. Thanks.